Hey witches, mystics, manifestors, and people just like tarot. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ray Luna. For today's tarot reading, we're looking at what you can expect for 2025 in general, messages that just want to come through, along with career and money more specifically. So for group number 1 here, we have Lepidolite. For group number 2, we have blue agate. And for group number 3, we have green agate. So take your time and choose what crystal and cards calling out to you the most, and when you're ready, head to the description or comment section to click on the correlating timestamp to receive your reading. I hope you guys enjoy this reading, and thank you for watching. Hey group number 1, welcome to your reading. So you chose Lepidolite, and the 2 cards along with your crystal are Burning Man, Collective Power, Supreme Prayer, 3 of Cups, Celebration, and Brigid, Psychic Flames, 333, Sacred Milk, Druid Magic. So the first thing I'm seeing for you in general for 2025 is with Burning Man. Burning Man makes me think of something being built up to be deconstructed, just like how the Burning Man is built to be burned down. So you are going to be willingly choosing to deconstruct something in your life. And of course, while this is general messages, career and money is very relevant. So I do think this could be a situation such as after you have worked in the same job or career field, after 5 or 10 years, you're deciding, okay, I want to walk away from this. I want to walk away from what I have built. I want to deconstruct this and do something else. So this can be willingly choosing to walk away from something you spent a lot of time, energy, and effort on, but you're happy to do so. It's giving you more growth, more happiness. And with the Burning Man, it talks about celebration, the 3 of Cups, right? So this is celebrating and working with other people. So if you're leaving a job or you're leaving something behind, you're still going to have support from your community. You're still going to have connections. Maybe you're going to have some connections. While you're saying goodbye to some of those connections, some of those people are still going to be supporting you and helping you on the next part of your path. You're not alone, right? You still have that support. I also feel like with collective, your community is going to be very important this year. Connecting with your friends, your family, your significant other. You're really choosing things that are making you feel passionate, happy. And with burning and these 2 cards, they both relate to fire. Even the red hair makes me think of someone who's fiery and bold in some way. So I think you're choosing to align more with what makes you feel a spark, what makes you feel excited, passionate. So this choice to deconstruct either, leaving a job, a career path you've been on for quite some time, or this could be leaving and deconstructing certain elements in your life unrelated to career and money. This could be leaving behind the way you think about yourself. Maybe you're constructing a new identity, right? You're becoming a new person, so you're thinking about yourself differently. Or your political belief or ideas about something are changing for the better for you, right? It's something like this. I also see here as well, something that could be relevant is England, Ireland, Scotland. Some of you guys could have that ancestry, or you could be traveling to these countries, or there's something very important about these cultures that's going to teach you something, be relevant for you in 2025. If you're traveling to these places, I think it's going to be bringing you good luck or lifetime memories, like memories you're going to remember forever, you're going to cherish. With the element of fire being present too, I think you're going to be taking a lot more action in 2025, but this is all I feel from you. So it's not just like, okay, something externally happens where you have to act. I feel like you're making the choice to move. you're making something happen, right? I also feel as well your expression is going to be more important. So you could be trying to have more areas of your life where you can be more honest, be more clear. You could be looking for something that is more in alignment for you. So this doesn't just have to be for career and money. This could be trying to find things that just resonate with you, that speak to you. And I feel like authenticity is going to be really big in 2025, not just for you guys, but for everyone. Because in my other 2025 reading, every pile had something to say about being honest, being real, being authentic. So I think you are also going to be looking for authenticity in 2025 from yourself, from other people. I also feel like your skills could improve, or you could be interested in writing. You could be interested in music, a lot to do with the arts. I know Bridget also has to do with craftsmanship. So this could be like building something once again after you have burned what you wanted down. You're building something in its place, something better. This also could be good luck if you're entering the trades, being a tradesman, doing something with your hands, working with tools, whether it's for fun or you're taking this very seriously to make more money. I also think this is something that is going to be beneficial for you. Okay, I'm going to pull some more cards and see what else is coming for you. Okay, with these cards, with the Seven of Cups and the Queen of Swords, this is you in this 2025 looking at all the different things you can do, right? So after you leave behind what you want to with the Burning Man, you're moving into this space where you're deciding what you want to do next. You're deciding how you want to move forward. And I think there could be a lot of options available to you. There could be many choices you can make that could fulfill you. But at the same time, with the Queen of Swords, there's this energy of going back and forth between, okay, I'm ready to do this, and then kind of being scared and hesitating a little bit, because then you're like, okay, what if that's the wrong choice? What if this doesn't work out? So I think in 2025 as well, you're becoming stronger with your ability to trust your intuition on what is the right choice to make. So you could struggle with that a little bit, but that struggle is what making you become better at it, right? You are going to be able to find out what will work for you. You're going to experiment. You're going to try different things. I also think you're going to see how you can trust yourself with the Queen of Swords. This makes me think of someone who holds back with their expressions externally. So you could be like having a poker face, or you could come across really calm and collected to other people, but in your head, you're thinking about, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh, I want to do this. I want to do that. How do I build this? How do I take action on it, right? But I do see as this year progresses, you are going to be very trusting of yourself, and you're going to let things play out. So instead of living in the future, thinking about all the possibilities of right or wrong, you are going to learn how to move forward by living in the present moment, by taking action as you can. And I think with the Hierophant, you are very much so called to change your life in 2025. You know, like in your heart, in your soul, you want to change things and live a little differently. Experience new things as well. But you are going to be trusting your talents, your abilities, and confidently be able to move forward. I also think it's interesting because I said something about being a craftsman or a tradesman in some way, right? Like using your hands, building, creating, expressing yourself in some way. And with the Artist here and Bridget, and then the Three of Pentacles, all these cards talk about being recognized for what you are building. So You are definitely moving towards the right path by trusting your gut and moving forward with something new. I think you're meant to do this. You're being called to do this by the universe because this is where you're meant to be, right? I think if you were to ignore this, you wouldn't feel right. So I think with your talents, either you're learning something new or you're improving a skill that you maybe kind of forgot about from the past, right? Like something you worked on for a bit, but you took a different path, right? You're coming back to something that you can be recognized for doing here. You're recognized for having very beautiful artwork. Or like, let's say if it's a trade, you're really good at woodworking and people recognize the artistry of what you're creating. So it doesn't have to be a traditional type of, painting art form. This could be you're building something that is art to people, but it's also can be practical, useful. So the business you're creating, the new career path you're going on, the new skill you're using to employ yourself, you are going to be recognized for this and appreciated by your community. And we have 3, 3, 3, 3, 3 of cups. So there's a pattern of 3. So I also think 3 could be your lucky number. 3, 3, 3 could be the sign you're on the right path. But also it's about having support from the universe, from people around you, being seen in some way. So this year as well, you are going to have support from people. You're going to have the funds you need to start your own business or go your own way professionally if that's what you want to do. You are building a lot of financial stability for yourself. And with the King of Pentacles, that is someone who is responsible, reliable. They have some sort of savings, right? They're stable in a lot of ways. So I think you guys are becoming this King of Pentacles this year as you move towards your goals, as you become more confident, as you see the efforts of your labor pay off. I also see as well, there's a big factor of risk once again, because we have, of course, the risk card, needing to take a risk for something to work and pay off. So you guys could have felt safe with what was previously working, but in order to grow, you need that deconstruction. You need that new way of being to get to the next level. And this is also something that's going to become easier for you as the year goes by. You're going to be recognizing how you can take on something new. You're not in over your head. You are correct. That's what I feel here. You're going to be seeing how the risk will pay off. For some of you guys too, this could even be having wealth and abundance from a side hustle you do, having a side hustle turn into something full-time, especially if you have been working on this for a while, because with the artists in the past, it says if you can't make a living with your art full-time, start part-time, just get started. And that's the energy of 2025 for you. Just get started, just do something. And that is going to take you very far, even further than you think. Okay, I'm going to pull my last set of cards for you guys and see what else comes through. Okay, and with these cards here, for your career, Knight of Swords and the Chariot. So yes, you are going to have a successful career in 2025. And I love how both of these cards have the energy of moving forward, pushing forward and being very determined and ambitious. So yes, as long as you're leaning into your ambition, you are going to be successful with your career. I also see with the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Swords can sometimes talk about having some challenges in the way, but with the Chariot, you're going to find a way to overcome them. And with grit and determination that the Knight of Swords has, always wanting to move forward with their sword, they're going to cut through those obstacles to move forward. So as long as you're putting in the energy and effort, the work, which I think you guys are with all the cards here, you are going to be great. And you're making a lot of progress with the Chariot. This is like seeing your work, your energy paying off for you little by little here and there. So this also isn't going to come to you in one big swoop. It's going to come with little victories here and there. So this is a year of many little victories. And at the end of this year, you're going to look back and say, wow, I'm very proud of myself for doing all that. It's like success doesn't happen overnight. A lot of overnight successes, that's years and years of effort. So the effort you've been putting in for years and years, paying off for you. And I did touch upon this a little bit, but just another message. This is also like that skill from the past that you've been working on. You're finally putting it in public. You're finally putting it to use. So even if you haven't worked on something for quite some time, or you haven't publicly shown it to people, if you have previously used that skill, that talent for years and years, and now it's like you're just putting it out there this year, if that makes sense, that's when you're seeing that success with it. Because you're finally allowing it to be seen, or you're finally taking action on something that you have been working on for quite some time, but you might not have had finished or finalized all the details till this year. Also, with your money, we have the Seven of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. This is also talking about your success with continued effort. The Seven of Pentacles is also this person looking at what they have planted. They see it growing, but they have to tend to those plants, right? They have to make sure the plants have the right nutrients in the soil. They have to make sure the plants don't get any diseases. There's no problems with their crops. So you're going to be continuously reflecting and looking at your work, making adjustments as needed. And this is especially going to make you successful because you're not just doing something and leaving it. You're letting it cook. You're letting it simmer, but then you're coming back to, add the salt, add some garlic, chili pepper to your pot to make sure what you're cooking is going to be really good at the end. I also feel like you guys are quite visionary this year. The Three of Wands also talks about your artistic abilities, creative talents. So don't doubt your ability to create, to move people, to inspire people. Put your work out there. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised what will happen. Okay? And with rest and anger, I think this year as well, you're going to be fluctuating between having these moments of calm, some nice energy, and then you're going to feel really antsy and have itchy feet, wanting to move, wanting to take action. And I felt you taking a lot of action this year. And with all the success, it makes sense. You're taking action towards success. But this is saying, make sure you give room for rest and recovery, because you're going to have many moments where you are going to have to spring into action because of what you want to do. So this is saying, make sure to give yourself time and space to do what you need to do, but also be calm, because this isn't going to happen all overnight, and you're not going to make it happen all overnight, even if you're taking action. So celebrate your victories here and there, rely on the support that you do have, and things are going to be really great for you in 2025. So that was your reading. I hope you guys liked it. Leave a heart down below if you enjoyed the reading. Like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. If you'd like to support the channel further, consider joining my memberships for early access by a day for videos, weekly card pulls to see how your week will go. But I hope your 2025 is great, and I hope to see you guys in the next reading. Bye. Hey, group number 2, welcome to your reading. So you chose Blue Agate, and with your cards here, we have Florida Water, Natural Form, Enchanted Potion, Red Roses, Cleansing, Sylphs, Peace, Agent of Change, Impact, Importance. So for what I see here for your 2025 is I feel instantly there is a sense of calm and being a little bit less stressed, or being more stress-free. One of the reasons why I say that is because all these cards have this blue, green type of coloring to them, and that makes me feel calm, safe. So you guys are going to be focused on things that make you feel calm and safe, things that are giving you what you need and want. Also, along with your crystal as well, the crystal is blue. So I thought that was funny. I also think being and places that you feel comfortable will be important. So if you're in a place, a situation, an environment that is not suiting you, this is going to be the year you're changing that. You're going to be moving if you don't like the weather. Let's say where you live is cold and you like warm weather. You could be moving just because of something in your environment you don't like. This could be changing your job, getting a new job because you want to work in a new work environment. There's a lot of changes that are focused on giving you what you want and need. I also feel with Florida water talks about cleansing, getting rid of negative energy so that new things can come in. So I think this is a year of bringing a lot of new in your life. So you're getting rid of things that don't work so something better can come in. I also feel cleansing could be wanting a fresh start. So I pick up a lot on moving someplace new. Or this could be a mental shift as well if you're not physically moving, but you are moving in some way, physically, spiritually, there is change. I also feel with Florida water, this cleanse is also related to getting a new position. So after you let go of the old career, the old situation, something new comes in. So I definitely do see a chance here for a lot of you guys watching to get a new job, a new start with your career. I also love how both of these cards have flowers and greenery in them. So I also think it's going to be something to note. You might be getting more plants. You could be gardening this year. You're really focused on things that make you feel connected to the earth, connected to what's around you. I feel like you guys are becoming more spiritually sensitive to energy that's around you. So that also could be why. That also could be why you want plants around you, like buying plants to have in your house, your apartment, being around plants in nature. There's something about this that's making you feel calm and safe. Like you feel the energy of the plants because they're alive. Being around things that are alive is going to help you. This also could be pets, other people, of course, but there's something about being in nature too. You're going to be doing more of that. Maybe if some of you guys have, like addictions to technology, a lot of people do now. This could be the year you're stepping away from that and you're becoming more of an outdoor type of person, or you're using technology less to focus on these more grounding energies and not being overstimulated with the energy that's around you. And with this card, this also talks about peace, agent of change, impact, importance. So I feel like you're focusing on how you're an agent of change. You're realizing how you can change your life, even if it's in small ways. You're realizing the importance of that and you're not discounting your power. I also feel like you're recognizing your impact on the environment. So for some of you guys as well, you could be consuming less products or becoming more green, right? Like more focus on the environment, not just as in your space, but like, the trees, the earth, animals, plants. Some of you guys could be really conscious of this and be making life choices like, this isn't for everyone, but this is just an example, like becoming vegan, or you could be making choices that you feel will help the planet, right? So you could be thrifting more or trying to make more conscious decisions that will hopefully be better for you, other people in the world. So you're really going to be feeling spiritual this year as well. Maybe having a spiritual awakening, changing some of your spiritual beliefs or deepening some of your spiritual practices. So I'm going to shuffle some more cards and see what else comes through for you guys. Okay, with these cards here, you guys are definitely being a lot more sensitive, okay? Like you're going to be feeling emotions deeper this year. It's also funny because I'm trying to pull career and money messages, but I'm getting a lot for your life. And of course, that's good to come through. But I think in relation to your career and money, this energy is telling me that, of course, you might need a job to live and get money, but you're not going to be super focused on it in a way where your health is at risk, right? You're not going to be working to the point where you're feeling ill. You're working enough to live and be comfortable. So you're not living to work, you're working to live. And you could even be working less and cutting back, consuming less, so you don't have to work as much, practicing a more minimalist lifestyle as well. That's also something I'm strongly picking up from you guys. With the Three of Wands, this is setting out and being brave and making changes you want, being confident enough in yourself to realize this is the right choice for me and I'm going to stick with it. The Queen of Wands also talks about being happy and confident with your choices. And I also love this because the Queen of Wands is someone, I feel like the Queen of Wands can do anything and just feel really self-assured. So the Queen of Wands can have any type of lifestyle and people will just accept her explanation, right? Like she'll explain, I live this way because of X, Y, and Z, and people will be intrigued by that. They'll listen to that because the way she carries herself, she's so confident. Even if they were to disagree, people just kind of accept it. Or if they don't agree, they don't fight with her because they see, wow, this is really what is truly for her. I feel like people could be really respecting your point of view. I feel like you could even influence people to live like you because they see how graceful you are living the way you're living in 2025. I also think, once again, with the pets, being around animals and nature is super important for you in 2025. You guys could even be getting a new pet because the black cat here, it reminds me of my cat, Willow. She's a little black cat. So you could be getting a black cat or some sort of pet that likes to follow you, be really close to you. Like you're meant to have an animal this year come into your life. So you could find a cat or dog, or you could be willingly choosing to adopt a cat or dog. Something about that could make you feel like more safe, more comfortable, more grounded. And with the Tower here, there's definitely a major shift for you. So I also think this year, anytime something shakes you up, you're going to be approaching things in a very grounded way. So instead of panicking, you're kind of having this approach of it is what it is, and I'm going to find a solution. Or it is what it is, and I'm still here and I'm okay. So you're having this really healthy perspective when disaster strikes. So it doesn't become a bigger disaster or a bigger mess. So for career and money, I feel like with the Tower coming up, this could be something happening at a workplace, or maybe even a friend telling you a story about something they experienced. With the Queen of Cups, I feel like the Queen of Cups could be someone else you're having a relationship with this year, but it feels like platonic, like having a friend to support you with changes related to your career and money. So there is something you could hear from someone you know, or at a workplace you have an experience that makes you feel like, oh, okay, I don't like this, like having a manager who you don't get along with, or this could be not being able to handle the work schedule you have, like having a lot of hours or something like this. So I think this year you could be experiencing that, and this is what's triggering this energy of being really calm, focusing on your happiness, your comfort, instead of just money. There's something shifting here that makes you not care about it as much. So I don't want you guys to panic about this, because this is a shift that is bringing you to a better place, even if it's not something you initially like at first, right? It's bringing you to something better. I also thought of, too, with this pile, a while ago there was this term that you would see everywhere, especially if you use like the job board sites like LinkedIn, stuff like that. People would talk about quiet quitting, only doing what they need to do at their job to, not lose their job. I feel like you guys are having this approach this year. Like you're doing enough, but you're not going to overextend yourself or overwork yourself because you're thinking, what am I getting out of this? What is the point? you're having a completely like different viewpoint, right? And with helper, this makes me feel like, okay, you could help people in relation to your job, but you're not going to stress yourself out to be promoted. You're not going to want to be a manager. Like, even if you are a manager right now, you're not going to do the next step or next level thing to keep climbing and climbing up. You're going to be happy with where you are. You're not going to keep wanting and wanting. You're just focused on if you're getting enough of what you need and nothing else. And I also think too, it says emotions. So yeah, like your emotions towards work could be changing this year. Maybe because you're more sensitive and you're realizing a lot of how work affects you, how work affects other people. Maybe there's a certain perspective that you don't like. So this makes me think of how we're born, we work our whole lives, then we retire, you know, if we're lucky. And I feel like you guys don't agree with this. That's what's coming through. Like, you are fine with working, but like you don't want to work and get absolutely nothing. So your emotions could be anxious when you're working too much. Your emotions could be really stressed. You could be stressed about maybe your friend having a bad situation at work. So you're basically doing enough for you to live, but not be drained. So you guys could be doing something creative where you don't have to work as much. So maybe you're doing something even online as well. Like, you could be trying to make money through social media. You could be making money through alternative ways where you don't have to work like a traditional 9 to 5. Or you could be working someplace where you like to help people. This makes me think of, like, in this image, it looks like the girl is working at some sort of cafe or restaurant. So she's doing something very important, but it's not as high stakes, right? But she's still helping people and getting fulfillment in that way. If you guys work a 9 to 5, I feel like some of you guys could even be leaving completely and doing something not related to what you studied, what you went to college for. Some of you guys could also be choosing to make less money because of your emotions, because of your health, because of the stress. You could be choosing something that's more lifestyle related so you can be healthier, so you can be mentally healthier as well. But you will be comfortable, because with comfort, it says you're not exactly rich, but you will be living comfortably. And that's the most important thing. You're rich in other ways. I also feel like the changes that are happening for you, overall, I feel like you guys are going to be really happy. Like, there's a giant feeling of like stress relief, feeling really relaxed, feeling safe. And I do see here too, with life in general, having a friend that you get to share your experiences with, or having a friend who's like-minded with you in this way. So I don't think you'll be alone, or even maybe a friend is helping you, or you're living with a friend to have this lifestyle change. So I'm going to put down my last set of cards and see what else comes through for you guys. Okay, with these cards here, with the Devil and King of Swords for your career, this is indifference towards being contractually obligated to do something. So the Devil can talk about having to sign something or being tied down to something, and you're like, I don't want it. I don't want to be tied down to something. And you're wanting to be more free, okay? Way more free. You're wanting to have more of your own schedule, do more of what you want to do, and be happy. And I don't blame you guys here. With the King of Swords as well, that's like, this is having that different opinion, using your words, speaking your truth. And also, this is not from, anything silly. It's from your mind, your intellect. This is something you have thought about. This is something that's on your mind a lot. So I think you're willingly choosing this. I can't stress that enough. You're not going to be accepting jobs with horrible contracts, horrible benefits. Like, you're looking for stuff that benefits you. And with your money here, we have Justice, the 5 of Swords. So you're wanting to have justice with your money. You want to get treated fairly. You want to get paid fairly, of course. Some of you guys could have not been paid fairly from a previous employer, or you could be fed up of, not finding those jobs that are fair in the sense of, okay, I have these responsibilities and I'm getting paid enough. You could have a job that keeps adding weight to you, right? So you're choosing to have a little bit less money because at the end of the day here, you're winning with the 5 of Swords and justice. It's like you're sick of being taken advantage of by, jobs, corporations, managers, whatever it is. So that's another reason why I feel like the sense of independence, starting your own business or choosing a job that's more of a support instead of being like the main person who handles everything, because you're wanting justice. You want to live life. That's the main message I keep picking up. You want to have money to live and not be overworked and overstressed. And you're definitely getting that this year. And I also think if you have had an employer or a manager unfairly treat you or screw you over in some way with the 5 of Swords, because sometimes that card talks about things like that happening, I do see justice related to that. Like an employer getting a lawsuit or having legal troubles for something they have done. And lastly here, we have sweetness and isolation, enjoying having a different opinion, enjoying being the odd one out, or enjoying living a lifestyle that people might, scratch their head. Like when you don't want to live how you're told to live, right? Like a lot of people might want to have that set job or want to be really rich. I feel like you guys are finding comfort and sweetness by having that difference of opinions, having that difference of opinion that society might say is, oh, this is crazy to think, or why don't you want tons of money? Why don't you want to constantly work as your purpose? Like you could be enjoying how you're different in this way. And as I said, you have a friend or someone you're going to find who has a similar viewpoint that supports you with this thought process or lifestyle change. So I don't think you're isolated as in you have no one. You're going to be isolated as in you're taking a different approach and also being more spiritual this year. I picked up. You could be choosing to spend more time alone because you want to connect more to the earth, your spirituality. So you guys are having a lot of interesting things happen in your life and with your career and money. An interesting path, a different way of doing things compared to what is, I feel, often encouraged. But that was your reading. Group number 2, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a heart down below if you liked it, like the video, subscribe if you haven't yet, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. Consider joining my memberships if you want to support the channel further. You get early access to videos by one day. You get weekly card pulls to see how your week might go. But I hope you guys have a great 2025, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, group number 3, welcome to your reading. So you chose green agate, and the cards with this crystal are astral travels, drawing down the sun. So possible and possibility, freedom, traveler, inner dreams, wildfire, divine masculine, magnificence, witness. So the first thing I'm seeing here is that you guys are finding a way in 2025 to break through your limitations, things that are restricting you, things that are holding you back, whether this is a actual circumstance where you can't move forward because there's a block, or whether this is a perspective shift and change that needs to happen. Maybe you mentally feel stuck, but you're not actually stuck. So whatever that stuckness is related to, that is going to be shifting. That's going to be changing. Astral travels can talk about feeling stuck in your physical body, feeling limits of your physical body, right? Like if you want to fly, you're not a bird, you don't have wings, you can't fly. That's a physical limitation. So this is like finding a way around successfully any limitations you have and getting that dream or success anyway. I feel like with astral travels, it also makes me think of dreams because it talks about inner dreams. So your dreams could be important. You could be getting messages in your dreams, or this could just be a message of connecting with your subconscious mind, finding out what is making you tick, what are your thoughts, what are your feelings, connecting to your inner self, connecting to your spirituality, and getting more clarity on your goals, your dreams. What is something that's going to make you happy? and then finding a practical plan to move forward and reach what is going to give you happiness, joy. I also feel here with drawing down the sun, it makes me think of that song, I Want to Soak Up the Sun. So you want to be in warmth. You want to have joy. I also think this is a year where you're going to be challenged to accept the spotlight, so you can be getting more attention, more recognition. Some of you will be happy with that, but others of you, that's going to be a challenge because you're meant to break out of some shyness, right? Or you're meant to feel more comfortable in your body. So if you guys are self-conscious, you're shy in some way, you're very humble, this is a year where you're meant to step in the spotlight and accept being seen in a happy and positive way. You're meant to be seen. You should be seen. You have a lot of greatness. So this year, that's going to be something that's going to happen, and you're going to be dealing with that discomfort, but that's so you can overcome it and be more comfortable with who you are, being more proud of who you are. I also see you guys connecting, as I said, with spirituality, but also you could be connecting more with esoteric things, metaphysical things, with astral travel. That could be like trying to learn how to have an outer body experience. This could be past life regression. You could be connecting to things like that, or trying to get transformative experiences, kind of like eighth house energy, all about transformation, things that could be sometimes taboo in some way. I feel like this is a year for you to transform, break out of, have destruction with your limitations, right? So this is something that's going to be prevalent. But one reason why that could be coming up is that if you feel uncomfortable in your body or you feel stuck in your situation, you could be drawn to things that give you a way to test out freedom or test out living differently. So this is going to be something that adds to your growth, the growth of your soul. So I'm going to put down some more cards and see what else is coming through for you guys. Okay, with these cards here, we have the Four of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. And right off the bat here, the Four of Wands is that card I always say is being happy at home. So that can be being happy with your physical house, like you live in a good area, you're happy there, you have community. But this also can talk about being happy in your physical body, your home, the home of your spirit, your soul. So you definitely are going to be so much more happy and confident with yourself. If you have, issues related to your body, you're going to feel so much love towards your body this year. If you feel insecure, those insecurities are going to become lessened or even go away. So you're feeling a lot more happy with the way you look, the way you feel, who you are as a person, your thoughts, your feelings. You're getting clarity on who you are. So this is a year where you're learning a lot about yourself, and that connecting with yourself, your career and money is going to be directly related to that, because now you know what to take action on. Now you know what to do next because you understand yourself more in the first place to even take action, right? So this is something I'm really happy for you guys with. It feels like a major, major breakthrough. I also feel like there's a change that feels like it's karmatic justice, right? Something feels like it's destined for you. Something feels like you're finally getting something that is good for you. You're having good karma, a positive change with the Wheel of Fortune to something really good for you. And with the Sun too. You don't have the Sun Tarot card, but a Sun in Oracle cards. So the Sun wants to come out because you're meant to have a lot of happiness this year. And a lot of this is directly related to you doing shadow work, you willing to be uncomfortable with how you feel about certain things, but then you're using that to fuel you and change things for the better. You did the hard work and now it's paying off in 2025. I also think too, if you guys are in school whatever it is you're working towards, because there's many different degrees, right? Whatever you're learning, I think this is something too that's going to make you feel a lot more happy with yourself. What you're learning could also lead you to have a successful career. You could feel like it's part of your passion, it's part of your purpose. This is especially true, like if some of you guys were in school and maybe you changed your major a couple of times, you could be finally finding something in 2025 that you want to stick with and you feel like it's worth the effort for you. I also feel like if you guys are working as a counselor, or counselor also makes me think of people who teach, who do healing work or supporting work of some kind. So if you're in fields where you're counseling, you're talking to people, you're helping them with intimate problems, I also think this is something that you're going to be enjoying or excelling in, especially if this is something you're just starting in 2025. This is also a year with take action here. It's saying whatever you're feeling called to do intuitively, take that risk, go after it. You're not meant to just let life happen to you. You're making life happen, right? And with Divine Masculine, this is a year in 2025 related to your money and career and your life in general. You being brave and taking action, that's going to give you a lot. Okay, justice will see you putting in the effort, putting in the work, and you will be rewarded. I also feel like you guys are going to accomplish something with Justice, the Hierophant, and the Three of Cups. These three cards here together indicate to me you're going to be accomplishing or achieving something with your career, your job, your money that makes you feel very proud and happy. So this could be like if you graduate, you land that job related to your degree and you're like, okay, finally, this is part of what I wanted to have work out. Or this could be finding something after discussing it, looking into something and taking action and getting that new job related to what you were researching, or getting that job that's paying you enough to live comfortably. It could be different for many of you guys, depending, of course. But the number one thing I'm seeing here is that your relationship to yourself is directly 100% impacting your career and money. So the more you do this work, the more you embrace being comfortable in your own skin, the more success you're going to have professionally. So it could be like people can sense off of you if you're feeling insecure. People could sense if you don't trust yourself. So that could cause you to lose some of those opportunities. But there's no need to worry about that, because by you taking small steps here and there, you're improving that. And people are starting to see you be more powerful, shining more brightly with the sun. So I definitely think there's going to be something here that you're finally achieving with your money, getting more money, getting the job you want, landing in the industry you always wanted to work in. You're achieving something like that that's going to give you a lot of happiness, or feel like, okay, this is like divinely gifted to me. You're going to feel like finally the universe is like giving me something. It feels really happy. So I'm going to put down my final set of cards and see what else is coming out for you guys. Okay, with these cards here, the Empress and the Page of Swords, this relates to your career. So the first thing I thought of, I think the song is by Donna Summer. She works hard for her money. So that's what I thought of when I put these down. So yeah, you're going to work hard, but you're going to get paid, right? So with the Empress here, it's about feeling abundant, feeling happy with where your career is at. So I think you're going to be building to get to the point where you feel like the Empress and you feel happy with what is around you. You feel like, okay, I created this. I did this. My blood, sweat, and tears built this up for me to enjoy. So it is something that requires effort, but you're taking action and building something for yourself. I also feel like this ties in to feeling like you have a purpose. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're moving into a career or job that feels like it's tied to a purpose, because not everyone is working a job or career that feels like it's part of their life purpose. But for you guys, I feel like you're doing something that you feel called to do, or you feel a passion for it. And if you don't, I think you could be moving towards something that is more so like that if you don't have this. already. With Page of Swords, too, this is bravely going after what you want. But it's funny because the Page of Swords pages can be youth or lack of experience sometimes. So this taking action a lot and being really confident with yourself, reflecting on what you need to do next, having that clarity about yourself, you might be a little new to it in some way. So it's funny because it's like you're new, but this is good because your ability, even though you might feel a little nervous about it, you're stepping up and showing up anyway. And that then in turn is leading you to be the Empress, someone who is very mature, wise, and has done it already because you were willing to step up in the first place. You did step 1, so you eventually end up on step 10. So that is also something I see that's really great. For your money here, we have the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Wands. So yeah, you definitely are having a bright financial future in 2025. So this could be a financial wish coming true, being satisfied with the money you're making. This could be that recognition, as I said, with the Sun card being seen, your actions being recognized, and same thing with the 6 of Wands. That's being seen and having people applaud you, congratulate you. So some of you guys could be graduating this year, so congratulations if you are in 2025. I also see this could be a raise, like getting paid more money. Your work decides to give you a raise for like 6% more, something like this. I also feel like overall with your money, this also could be like saving money and investing it in smart ways, being happy with the financial choices you have made and seeing them pay off in 2025, seeing something from your past pay you back now in the future. And you're like, I'm so happy and satisfied that I made the right choice previously. So for some of you guys too, this is past things being seen in the future, being like, I'm so glad I made that choice. I'm so glad I saved that extra $10 a month. Like it's something like this as well. And we have here protection and magic. So yes, you are protected in 2025. I feel a lot of what is happening. It does feel very positive. So like you could feel like this is like magic. You could feel really blessed. And I think for those of you too with the Hierophant and Justice, these cards together make me feel like they're tied to the magic card. It kind of makes me feel like you're like, wow, like the universe does exist. God does exist. Like it kind of feels like something like that where you're like, you're thankful for like a higher power or something because such good things are happening in your life that you feel like there's a higher reason or purpose for it. So like really happy energy where you're feeling thankful for everyone and everything. I also feel like with protection and magic, this also could be feeling protected from negative energies in the year ahead. Maybe you feel protected because you're experiencing so many blessings as well. So you feel safe and protected, as I said, happy in your home, happy with all these blessings. So that is what I see for you guys, group number 3, for your life, career, and money in 2025. If you liked this reading, leave a heart down below, like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any other videos like this. Consider joining my memberships if you want to support the channel further. You get access to videos 1 day in advance, weekly card pulls to see how your week might go or what themes to look out for. I hope you guys have a great 2025, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Bye.